Before I begin this video, I'd like to give a quick shout out to the person I battled, Warm Lily. Thank you for battling me that day. It was an honor to battle against you. Now, onto the video. So, a while back, Warm Lily had this thing where we could battle against her in double battle format. So, of course, I rised up to the challenge. So I sent in my best team, consisting of Mew, Zeraora, a shiny one, Eternatus, Cinderace, Melmetal, and Zacian. It was the ultimate team. And they were all level 100, so I knew it was going to probably win. Also, throughout the video, you may see my face, or at least a silhouette of my head, but I really couldn't do anything about that. Anyway, so the battle begins. She sends out Snowy and Frosmoth. So I send out my Mew and Zeraora. And I drop my camera. And her Snowy had snow warning, meaning it's hailing. So I decide use Psychic on Snowy and Blaze Kick Frosmoth. Well, Frosmoth goes down in one hit. And Snowy decides to use Aurora Veil, making it pretty much, it's just the equivalent of Light Screen and Reflect together. And both my Pokemon are buffeted by the hail, but they have insane amounts of defense and health, so they were pretty good. So Lily's next Pokemon was Type Full, Fighting type. Also, I call it Type Full. I don't like the name Silvally, to be honest with you. Anyway. So I decide to use Psychic on it, because Psychic, of course, is strong against fighting. And then Lily just is like, yeah, even though I literally just knocked out one of your Pokemon. What are you celebrating? Zeraora Blaze kicks Snowy, getting it into the yellow. And I get extra health because of my Shell Bell. And Snowy freezes us with Blizzard. Well, it doesn't actually freeze us, but we get cold. And Type Full goes down. I made quick work of it. So then Lily decides to send out Shiny Grimmsnarl. And this is where I got a little worried. If it's shiny, it's strong. So I decide to have Mew transform into Snowy. And I decide to have Zeraora Blaze Kick Grimmsnarl. I really use Blaze Kick a lot with Zeraora. However, before I get to attack it, Grimmsnarl punches Zeraora, so in response, it kicks back. Snowy hits us with another Blizzard, getting both of us in the red, and a crit on Mew. So Mew transforms into Snowy, and Zeraora is only buffeted by the hail and faints. But Mew, now being transformed into Snowy, is unaffected. So I decide to send out my next Pokemon, Cinderace, so I can get the type advantage. So, seeing that Dazzling Gleam is super effective on Grimmsnarl, I use it. And I use Pyro Ball on Snowy. Well, this is where Lily surprised me, but I kind of knew it was going to happen, yet I was still surprised. She withdraws Snowy and sends out Lycanroc. So now, I don't have a type advantage against a Pokemon, at least with Cinderace. But Mew uses Dazzling Gleam, knocking both of them out. I was surprised at that. I really didn't expect it to knock the Lycanroc out. I knew it was going to knock the Grimmsnarl out, but Lycanroc surprised me. And Cinderace tries to use Spiral Ball, but fails. Now, Lily only has 2 Pokemon left. She sends out her own Cinderace, and she's forced to send Snowy back out. So I decide. So I'm thinking of Dynamax. I thought of Dynamaxing Mew, but I decided to Dynamax Cinderace. Or should I say Gigantamax. So, with that, I knew I had the battle right where I wanted it. With Cinderace now standing on a giant fireball with a face, it was epic. So Mew hits them with another Dazzling Gleam, still not taking out Snowy. And her own Snowy uses Dazzling Gleam, taking out Mew. So I send out my final Pokemon right after Cinderace fruitlessly attempts to hit my Cinderace with a Pyro Ball. I hit it with a G-Max Flame Fireball, and yet it still doesn't get knocked out. Even I know it's a fire type against a fire move, but still. So I send my final Pokemon out. I think of sending out Melmetal or Zacian, but I decide to go with Eternatus. So with that, I drop my camera again. And I have to adjust it. So I decide to use Cross Poison on Snowy and Max Airstream on Cinderace. And to my surprise, Lily decides to Dynamax one of her Pokemon. So here I am thinking it's Cinderace because it's stronger against Poison, which is Eternatus, but no. She Dynamaxes Snowy. Why? Well, Lily, if you're watching this, why did you do that? I literally have a fire Pokemon. Anyway, Cinderace doesn't even need to touch it, because Snowy got knocked out by Cross Poison. It didn't even get to do anything. And her Cinderace decides to use Bounce to delay the inevitable, preventing my Cinderace from attacking. So I decide to just choose a random move, Hyper Beam, because, I mean, there's no point at this point. So I try another Max Airstream, only after her Cinderace hits me with Bounce and paralyzes Cinderace. But break through and use Max Airstream. I've won the battle. But that was one of the greatest battles I've ever had in my entire time playing Pokemon. So memorable, and I would definitely do it again. Phew! This was a long video to make, but it was really fun making it. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and hit the little bell. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Much love. Goodbye.